Peggy 18.
A big focus for us on Hardline was bringing speed to the game.
Visceral thought of every way possible to make the game feel faster, from the vehicles to the maps to the modes, all the way to the sounds.
We wanted Hardline to sound as big and as bad and as fast as it possibly could.
In past Battlefield games, you would have people sniping each other from objectives, but because we have all these big buildings and big obstacles in the way, that's harder to do in our game.
When driving the sound of the guns forward for Hardline, we took it upon ourselves to arrange a bunch of different recording sessions. And the biggest one was down at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, where we recorded blank firing weapons in all kinds of different environments. We had city streets built from their sets. We had an entire day with just weapons inside of an ADR sound studio. Ran all the actions manually so that when you hear a bolt open and close in Hardline, it's as close to the real thing as we can possibly get. Battlefield weapon audio has always relied on granular components. This would be the blast off of the 5.56 caliber rifle. Here we have the gunshot sort of blooming in its environment. This is the reflections off of the glass that we recorded down in Burbank. When you're pulling the trigger, you're also going to get the recordings of the bolt opening and closing. And when you let it go, you'll even hear the spring inside of the receiver extension buzzing. And so the sum total effect in an open downtown area would be something like this. And then if I'm going to come back down here into a tighter, more concrete, surrounded area, it's going to sound different. Same thing if I'm hiding in a doorway. If I come all the way in this stairwell. The way we're painting in these environments make Battlefield Hardline sound unique.
Sound really is an intricate part of immersion in the driving experience in Battlefield, especially in our Hardline and some of our faster cars. When you put the nitrous on, you hear those flames coming out of the tailpipes.
We were really fortunate in Hardline to get a piece of tech that Need for Speed has been using for a while called Ginsu. And it's a different way of making car engine audio.
It really makes you feel like you're behind the wheel. That was really the genesis of vehicle design on Hardline, was figuring out how we take what already exists, what players embrace and love about Battlefield, and take it into our own space.
Working on a game in the Battlefield franchise, there's obviously a lot of expectations from the fans, especially when we're going in a new direction. It's sort of a new flavor.
The cool thing about Cops and Criminals is that every kid grows up wanting to drive that fast muscle car. You want to drive around town with the lights on, the sirens on.
When you're playing it, you feel like you're playing a Battlefield game. You just feel like you're playing a different style of Battlefield game, a much faster Battlefield game.
And we really think that the sound that we've defined for this game will set us apart from previous iterations of Battlefield and give us a flavor and a sound and a speed all of our own.
Rolling, speed, action, adventure, Battlefield Hardline. Buy it now.
One clap for us.